Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we have the third episode in the price action introduction series, price action for beginners, where we teach what price action is and how to trade using price action methods and patterns. So today we'll be looking at some of the famous price action patterns in the markets. So these patterns occur everywhere in capital markets, not only the stock market, even in commodities or anywhere else you see, these patterns are always prevalent. That is how markets function, that is how price moves. Price has historically made these patterns repeatedly. So what patterns am I talking about? So there are two types of patterns. So one type of pattern would be a continuation pattern, and the second type of patterns would be reversal patterns. So what do these mean? So continuation pattern means when the stock is moving up, it's in an uptrend. So after a while, after the stock has moved up for a while, there will be selling pressure, right? Stock cannot keep going up in a straight line, so there is a little bit of selling pressure, and then as soon as it comes down a little, there is more buying pressure, and then there is more selling pressure. So price moves like this. Price consolidates for a while in whatever pattern it forms in certain patterns, and then it breaks out again and continues its uptrend. Same for downtrend. While coming down, it forms some pattern or the other and then continues falling down. So these patterns we try to capture, and we try to trade on these breakouts, right, which happen right here after the pattern is broken. Now reversal pattern occurs when suppose a price is moving upwards, and then sellers come through, and then again buyers come through, again seller comes through, and the sellers and buyers have some kind of a battle, and then in the end the sellers are the ones who control the prices, and the uptrend consolidates in certain patterns, and then that turns into a downtrend. Similarly, when the stock is going down, there is a pattern formed, and then it goes into an uptrend. So now this pattern is again we trade on this reversal after this price pattern is broken. So what are these patterns? Let us look at some of the continuation pattern and reversal patterns, right? So when we come to continuation patterns, this is a bullish rectangle or a bearish rectangle. So what happens in a bullish rectangle? Price moves up and then consolidates and moves sideways for a while. So the uptrend is converted into a sideways trend, and then price breaks out, breaks these previous highs and goes higher. So how do you trade on this? When price breaks out, you want to buy and then maintain a stop loss below the lower lows. Not here, because this would make your margin or stop loss too high. So what you do to put a stop loss is go on the lower time frames and see where the low is, and then put a logical stop loss below one of those lows on the lower time frames. So this is a bullish rectangle, and similarly for the bearish rectangle, price moves down and then consolidates sideways and continues going down after breaking the rectangle. So as you can see, this is the rectangle we are referring to, which the price forms. Now another continuation pattern. Now these percentages I have written are the success rates. So these success rates, I found them online. So these success rates have been researched upon and compiled and calculated. Now ascending triangle with a 73% success rate, you can see as seen in the picture, price is initially in an uptrend, and then it consolidates and the range becomes smaller and smaller. So the highs are all equal. So the highs which are formed are equal, but then the lows which are forming higher lows. So each low is higher than the previous one. So this indicates that the sellers in the first attempt are able to bring the price till here, and in the second attempt they're not able to bring the price till here, they're only able to bring the price till here, which indicates weakening selling pressure, and finally price breaks out. And once the price breaks out, the trend is continued, the uptrend is continued. And similarly for a descending triangle as well, price is initially coming down and then it consolidates, forming equal lows but then lower highs, and then it breaks out of the triangle. This is a descending triangle pattern. Another one is the bull flag. So price first initially moves up and then it consolidates, forming lower lows and lower highs. So these lower lows and lower highs, after these lower lows and lower highs, some traders are convinced that okay, now the stock has turned around, maybe it's in a downtrend. But then the stock breaks this resistance trend line and continues its move upward. So this is called a bull flag, and this whole move upwards, this big upward move, is called the flag pole. So this is the flag and this is the pole. This looks like a flag and pole. So this is the bull flag, and similarly for the bear flag. Now these are the main important continuation patterns. Now let us look at some reversal patterns. So the first and most important reversal pattern, the head and shoulders pattern, with a success rate of 83%, which is very, very, very high. So what is a head and shoulders? So as you can see, price is in an uptrend, prior uptrend, which means before the pattern is formed, it is in an uptrend. And then the left shoulder, this is what we call left shoulder. One high is formed, and the second high, which is called the head, is a higher high compared to the left shoulder. Now the third high which is formed is a lower high. So when the stock is in an uptrend, we say it forms higher highs and higher lows, but then this third high is a lower high, which means buying pressure is weakening. Now we can draw this neckline. This neckline is basically a support zone for this. So this low was formed here, this lower high, and this higher low was formed here. And then the next low was not a higher low, but it was at the same level, which again indicates weakening buying pressure. So we have two signs of weakening buying pressure, which is one is that it formed lower high, and second is that it could not form a higher low. It just came to the same level as previously. Now on breaking this, we can conclude that price has broken its previous low, and now the price has converted from a previous uptrend, is now converted into a downtrend. Similarly, if you look at this downtrend, and then price failed to form a lower high here, price came back to the same level, which indicates buying pressure. And the second low it formed here, the second shoulder, could not reach even the head, which means again buying pressure is increasing. Now on breaking this trend line, we have two signs of buying pressure in a row. And on breaking this trend line, it would mean that it has broken its previous highs, and now it will go on even higher, and the trend has changed into an uptrend. It is a trend reversal. This is a head and shoulder, and this is an inverted head and shoulder. Now the triple top or triple bottom with again a 79% success rate. Very similar, price moves up, but what we saw in head and shoulders was the second high was a higher high compared to the left shoulder. Now here the second high is on the same about on the same level as the first one. Even the third high is on the same level. So it is again a rectangle pattern, as we saw here. A bullish rectangle functions also in a similar way, but then here price moves up and breaks the high. But here what happens is price reverses and breaks the low instead, which signifies a trend reversal again. Similarly here, price comes down, consolidates sideways, and then moves up, which is again a reversal. Now a double top and double bottom is very similar to triple top, but only difference is on the second attempt itself the neckline is broken. This is called the neckline, this low is called the neckline, and the neckline is broken in the second attempt itself. This is the double top, it forms two tops, and this is the double bottom. Now these are the important reversal patterns. So now it's relatively very easy looking at these patterns and saying that okay, we can trade on these, but when we look at the real charts, that's when the main challenge comes. So I will demonstrate and show to you all the patterns which are formed on one single chart itself. I will not take separate instances of where the price where the patterns failed and where the patterns were successful. I will demonstrate to you on one single chart itself from, let's say, 2014 HDFC Bank till the current levels, and we'll see what all patterns have been forming and what all could have been traded. Right. So here, in hindsight, if I see, this was a flag, this was a pole, and this was a pole and flag pattern, as you can see here. Now if I clone this and drag this here, you can see a clear pole and flag pattern, and on breakout, if we buy here, obviously you can tell. Now where would your stop loss be for this? As I told you, below the lows. Now if you buy on the breakout, your stop loss would be below these lows, previous lows which you formed, and targets could be anywhere between above 1 is to 1.5 or so, right? So this was one pattern. Now I'll move forward. Now here, what can you see something here? I can see something. So if you go here in this menu on the TradingView platform, you get a head and shoulders pattern option. So you can select that. Now where do I observe a head and shoulder? I do not observe a head and shoulder, I observe an inverted head and shoulder right here. So you can see this was a textbook inverted head and shoulder pattern. And what happened next after this neckline is broken? You can see that stock has moved up. So where do you place targets for your head and shoulder? The height of your head, this will act as your targets. Now this was a failed pattern because obviously your targets of 12% weren't achieved. So as I told you, I will show you the failed as well as the successful instances. Not only I will not pick certain patterns, certain instances where the pattern succeeded and tell you that okay, this is an amazing strategy, you should do this from tomorrow. Now another instance was here. Now what do I see here? Here price has moved up, huge uptrend, and then I can see a ascending triangle. So what do I see? So this, again, these are all approximations, you cannot keep dot to dot. So you can see that the two highs which were formed here are pretty much on an equal level, right? So these two highs were on an equal level while the lows were going up. So does this look somewhat similar to your ascending triangle right here? Of course it does. So the lows are going up and the high is pretty much at the same level. So when the high is broken, if you went long, you obviously easily got your targets, right? Now this was an example of an ascending triangle. Now if I go further, I can see a small head and shoulders right here as well. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is your right shoulder. And targets were obviously achieved. As you can see, big targets were achieved. So even if I targeted from my low to head of 4%, my targets of 4% were easily achieved without the stop loss being hit, right? Now again, see, as I told you, stop loss shouldn't be right above your neckline because that is not logical. So your logical stop loss in this case, as there are no clear highs formed, your logical stop loss would be above the right shoulder and your targets would be 4 to 5%. So this was an instance of a successful head and shoulder pattern. Now going forward, here, what do I observe here? This and this. So now this is in an uptrend, price has consolidated and formed somewhat of a descending triangle-ish pattern, but then if you go by the textbook definition, a descending triangle should break down on the lower side, right? But then it has broken on the upper side. So do not go by the exact patterns and how they are. Move according, adjust and be flexible and see how price moves and then make your action. So just because this, I see that this price has been forming equal lows and this is coming down, but then the prior trend is an uptrend. So a descending triangle works when the prior trend is a downtrend. It's a continuation pattern, it's not a reversal pattern. So that is why if you observe here, you can see a triangle pattern and a breakout from the triangle. So this is another breakout which was observed. And then if I move further in front, I can see another reversal pattern right here. So what is this reversal pattern? This is not exactly head and shoulder because the second low was above this. So I can say that now when I draw my head and shoulders pattern, there is no compulsory requirement that this neckline right here is in a straight horizontal line. This neckline can be tilted as well. So if you observe here, this is my head and this is my right shoulder, right? So this neckline is in no way for me horizontal. So the neckline I see here, this is my neckline here. This is the left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder, and this is the neckline. So this is another inverted head and shoulder pattern example. And if I go forward, so here price was in an uptrend, and then we can see a double top forming, and then on breaking this, price reversed and formed a downtrend. So this was a reversal pattern again. So double top is a very common pattern spotted in the stock market. And if we go even further, now here we can see a triple bottomish formation. So price has come down again to the same level, again almost to the same level, and then it broke out on the upside. So this was the top and this was the bottom, and 1, 2 and 3 bottoms, and on the third attempt it reversed. So this was an example of a triple bottom reversal pattern. Now another small thing, if you can observe, this is in the recent past. So as you can see, price moved up here and then formed a small rectangle and then continued its move upwards. So again, this is a bullish rectangle. So these were some of the examples on a single chart that I demonstrated, which have succeeded and failed. If you see the number of times that the pattern succeeded was more than the number of times it failed. It will also fail, obviously, nothing is 100%, but then if you maintain proper risk management and if you have more probability, if you deal in probabilities, and if you have a success rate of, let's say, 60 to 70% also, you can be profitable. Now I will show you some stocks which are forming very good price action patterns currently, which can be traded upon. So the first one is M&M. I'm sorry, it's Mahindra & Finance. So what can we see forming here right now? We saw a good rise, and then this is what price looks like. So this looks like a bull flag, right? This is the pole and this is the flag being formed. When the top is broken, we know that our targets, we can copy this and these can be our targets. And then the next stock, if you look at Eicher Motors, it is a very obvious pattern at this point. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder, and on breaking this neckline, you know what could happen. So this was the height of the head, and this is what our targets can be for next. If you observe here itself, this is a pattern within a pattern. So if you see here, there was a double bottom and then a reversal as well. So this is how price functions. There are patterns within patterns as well. Now if you see, next stock is GAIL. Now what can be seen in GAIL? Again, very similar, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. It looks to be reversing. If it reverses and comes down here, and if it breaks this trend line or this neckline, you know what the next targets are. So this is the height of the head, and your targets could be around this area, around 100. And the next stock, IOC. IOC again, price is in an uptrend, was in an uptrend, and then it has been forming a rectangle. Now this rectangle can be a bullish rectangle and it can break out upwards, or this can be just a triple top and then it can break downwards. So this can be either a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern. It could be either. So we will trade depending on, if it breaks this high, then we consider it a continuation pattern. It's a bullish rectangle. If it breaks this bottom, then it's a triple top and then it's a reversal pattern. So next targets around here, this areas. And the last stock, Titan. Titan, if you observe, this was my left shoulder, this was my head, this was my right shoulder. Now if it breaks the trend line and closes above the trend line, if it gives a daily closing above the trend line, my head is around 13%, and from here 13% would be around 1800. So these are some of the good price action patterns which are in the market, which are being formed in the markets currently and which can be traded upon. And that's it for this episode of Price Action for Beginners, and thank you.